Hi, we're back for another Wildlife Wednesday here at Oxbow Park and Zollman Zoo. My name is Clarissa, one of the naturalists here, and today we're out in the nature and we're going to be talking about the Hackberry Emperor. That is a butterfly that is flying around all over the place right now because there's just a recent hatch out. So they actually will spend their winters in the caterpillar stage, and in that caterpillar stage they get all rolled up and congregated with a couple other caterpillars, and they roll up in leaves and they overwinter that way so they can withstand freezing and they don't actually freeze solid. They'll be okay. And then once spring comes around, now that the temperatures are warming up perfectly, they're going to emerge. The caterpillars will come to life, and then they go into that pupa stage. So in a butterfly form, we call that a chrysalis. So that chrysalis will hang on an actual hackberry leaf. Then from there, it sits and waits until it pupates and goes into its adult form, which is then the hackberry butterfly. Here we can see one of the Hackberry Emperors. It's perched on a rock wall here. We're in the playscape, like I said, and this is right at our butterfly garden. So we have a bunch of flowers that are intended for the butterflies to land on and help pollinate. Oddly enough, these Hackberry Emperors are not really known for being excellent pollinators. They are gonna find their food to be in sap off of trees, especially hackberry trees, and they'll also drink the nectar off of fecal matter and rotting fruit, and also dead animals, also known as carrion. Not the best diet, but it keeps them alive, and they sure are pretty butterflies.
Get all the weeds out of here because it doesn't help. I mean, it's hard to find. They need weeds.
Here is one of the Hackberry Emperors. You can see its colors a little better. They are kind of a drab color, not very bright. There is also what's called the tawny Emperor, which will have a little more of an orangey-ish color on the inside. Here you can see what their wings look like when they're out. And the characteristic thing from the hackberry to the tawny Emperor is that eye spot that you see right here. That is lacking on a tawny Emperor. So the tawny Emperor also has more orange to its color. This is most likely a female. It's more grayish color overall. Males will have a little more orange to their coloring. So the Hackberry Emperors are definitely a butterfly because they have those characteristic things that distinguish them from a moth. One of them being they have antennae that go up, and then they have little bulbs at the end of it. Versus a moth, moths have antennae that have lots of furry things off the sides of them. That's helpful for them to get around at nighttime, which is the next point. Moths are more active at nighttime, whereas our butterflies are most active during the daytime, and they use the sun to help warm them up and give them their energy to move around. And lastly, butterflies on average will put their wings back together as they rest on a plant or wherever they're landing, whereas a moth, they bring their wings more flat and down when they're resting on something. Hackberry Emperors are found across most of the eastern part of the United States and down into the south and a little pocket off to the southwest. As an adult form, they actually only live for 6 to 14 days. But they will find the fecal matter here. They love the otter fecal. Otters kind of like having them to chase around as well.